a large part of the problem people have when they think about a guru is the guru's alive. And if you look at the world, everybody worships people that have passed away. And so why is it so difficult for people? Now, I've known you as a friend, I hug you as a friend, but I can touch your feet because you're a realized man, you're a guru. How do people make the difference? Because how do they then say, well, he's a man after all, and why is he claiming to be a realized man? Because we believe all realized men only become realized when they're gone.
They have to be dead.
They have to be dead, yeah. I'm trying to not use that word, but yeah, they have to be dead. And that's a big problem. So let's talk about that.
Anything that's good has to be dead.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunate, isn't it? See, this is because if you have to see value with what's here now, you need a certain intelligence, you need a certain awareness. You have to employ your own intelligence. Now, somebody was here 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, to say that he was great and worship him is very easy because a million people are saying so. Everybody is fascinated by the past because generations of people have said so. So you don't have to employ your intelligence or awareness to know what is the truth. So even when a Krishna was alive, how many people really recognized him? Duryodhana clearly said, this guy can play with a child, fight with a man, make love to a woman, he can gossip with old women. And this is no god, this is a rogue. So that's how they would have seen him. Now, thousands of years later, it's very easy. Because everybody is saying Krishna is God, you also join up the gang and say it. You're just joining a gang, you're not seeing anything about Krishna as such. So similarly everybody else. But today if you have to recognize something that's alive in front of you, you need certain capability, certain awareness, certain intelligence. So when Jesus was alive, you know what horrible things they did to him. Now, half the world wants to worship him. It doesn't mean anything actually, because when he was there, only a handful of people get it.
Yeah. So let's talk about the concept of a guru. What is a guru and how does one find a guru? And why is it that different people have different gurus? Why is there… like there's one god, there could be one guru, right? So, okay, everybody goes
You're
there.
wrong, in India we have 36 million gods and goddesses.
Okay.
So, what is a guru? The word guru literally means… gu means darkness,
Yeah,
ru means dispeller.
yeah,
One who dispels your darkness is a guru.
yeah.
You can call him a light bulb if you want.
Yes, okay.
He's on, that's all. So, what you cannot see, he's able to make you see.
Yeah,
So that's a guru.
yeah.
Or to put it in other terms, essentially because you're trying to make a journey and you're seeking a guru, he's like a roadmap. He's like a live roadmap.
Yeah.
When you want to travel uncharted terrain, you will find it's extremely important. Roadmap is more than God. So you will see in the tradition, guru is greater than God, all this they're saying because a live roadmap is more important than anything when you're lost in a unknown terrain.
Yeah.
So can't I find my way without a guru? That's always the question. This question is coming from a certain egoistic standpoint. Why can't I do it myself? See, do one thing. Using a watch, right?
Right. No,
I'll give you all the parts for the watch.
Yeah.
You build your own watch. Let me see. Something… it's very simple. I'm not asking you to build a computer or a spacecraft. I'm just telling a simple thing like a watch. Most people have gotten rid of their watches today because they're looking at time in their cell phones or computers. So, an obsolete instrument like this, I'll give you all the parts, you put it together, let me see.
Yeah.
You may take a lifetime, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Something so simple. So, you go to your watchmaker for a watch. So, what's your problem going to a guru for something that you do not know?
Yeah, but there is something different here. Now, when I walk around Isha, as we'll see soon, what I notice among most people is… the closest I can describe it is devotion. Some people would call it worship. Now, when you find a guru, it's not an intellectual… I mean, it's not… making a watch could be an intellectual exercise. Yet, finding yourself or finding something divine or living in the divine How much, what is this concept of difference? Where do you come in with devotion and worship? Can your guru help you without a sense of divinity that you find in the guru? So I've used three words: worship, devotion, and non-intellectual.
Yes. So, yes, I don't know how to make a watch, but I could transcend my present limitations and go into other dimensions. Why do I need to seek that kind of support, a subjective support?
Yeah.
Because a watch is something else.
Yeah.
The guru is dealing with you,
Yes.
okay? Because you are the subject here, not another object. So, the devotion that you see around, you must understand one thing, at no point are we teaching devotion, are we encouraging devotion. But why do people seem to be so, overwhelmed by the whole thing is, see, suppose you were in a desert and let's say you're really thirsty, so thirsty that you thought you will die. And if somebody gave you a glass of water, would it be not natural for you to bow down to him?
Yeah.
You don't have thoughts, oh, this is God, this is that is if you are trained that way. Otherwise, simply as a human being, just out of gratitude, wouldn't you be overwhelmed and bow down to him?
Yeah.
So what you see here is just that. Nobody has taught them that they should bow down, nobody has taught them they should be this way or that way, that is not at all encouraged. But because of what they have received, the overwhelming nature of what they have received, when that sense of overwhelming experience is happening within a human being, to bow down is a very, very natural thing.
Yeah.
So, why is it, I want to ask you this question, why is it the moment somebody begins to think that he's an intellectual, he's against devotion? I'm asking you, you're a filmmaker. Could you make a good film without being devoted to it?
No. There's no passion, there's no devotion, there's no film.
Then nothing beautiful happens in your
No,
life.
No.
So now the devotion is not exactly towards me as a person,
Yeah.
but the devotion is towards me as a possibility in their life, not me as a person. So nobody creates anything truly worthwhile without being absolutely devoted to it. It cannot happen.
Yes. Yesterday, I went through this amazing experience with you. It was a collective experience. And then I saw your relationship with the meditators who were the volunteers in this incredible course that we did. And there was something that connected you. Now, I've heard stories about this. I've heard that as Jesus walked in and he spread this love, and we always wondered, how could you just spread love? I saw that yesterday. But I saw tears in their eyes. We could explain that. But I saw tears in your eyes because I saw a two-way relationship. So let's just keep with this idea of a guru and tell me, what is this two-way? Because I saw you like a devotee, you were like them. When you went to them, it was not just their emotion, it was yours.
See, here you are using the word devotee. I don't know whether they're devoted or not. My life is devoted to them. Okay, that's for sure.
Yeah.
My whole life is devoted to every human being on this planet, every creature on this planet. So, devotion is just a deeper love affair. When I say a deeper love affair, generally these days at least, people are understanding a love affair as some kind of a transaction of give and take. Devotion is a deeper love affair of just absolutely giving. Whether take is there or not just doesn't matter and it doesn't occur in your mind. So for me, my love affair is just with everything that I set my eyes upon. Whether it's a man, woman, child, animate, inanimate, it doesn't matter. Whatever I set my eyes upon, I'm in a deep embrace with that. So for me to come to tears, I don't even have to look at a human being. If I look at a cloud, I'll come to tears. If I look at a tree, I come to tears. If I close my eyes, I'll come to tears. So tears is not even about love. If you tell me I'm in love with people, I wouldn't feel that's a great thing. I feel you're lowering the whole thing. I'm not in love, because love is still a kind of a transaction. This is a certain dimension of inclusiveness. Actually, in my experience, there is nobody else in this planet, nobody else in this existence It's just me. In my experience, I don't see myself and somebody else, I just see myself. So, this is not even devotion, this is not even love, this is just inclusiveness. And this is not my idea, this is not my philosophy, this is the way existence is. If you do not constipate your consciousness by being identified with limited things, like your own body, your own mind, your own culture, your own religion, your own family, your own whatever, your own species for that matter, if you do not constipate your consciousness with that kind of limitations, the existence is all-inclusive. Well, science can prove it to you today, isn't it?
So when you say that I see only myself, you see everything embraced by as an inclusive idea. Let's talk about that.
No, this is not an idea, that's what I'm saying, Abhi. See, inclusiveness is not an idea. Today, modern science can clearly prove to you that this existence is just one energy reverberating in billions of beautiful ways, but it's actually just the same thing. So this is not an idea. Science is telling you it's all one energy. The religions of the world for a long time, without knowing or not knowing what they're talking, they've been screaming, God is everywhere. Whether you say God is everywhere or you say everything is one energy, are we talking about the same reality or a different reality? It's the same reality we're talking about. Here you're calling it energy, there they're calling it God, but it's the same thing. So now the difference, what is it that you're seeing here is, a scientist has not experienced this. He has only mathematically deduced this. So intellectually knowing something may give you some satisfaction, some idea, but it doesn't give you an experience. Now a religious person has not experienced this. He just believes it. He just believes it. So belief gives him an emotional experience. Scientist gets an intellectual experience, but not truly experience. When I say experience, right now you experience this hands as yourself. This is neither intellectual nor emotional, it's just you. So yogi is somebody who is not willing to settle for deductions or for belief systems. He wants to know it head-on, himself. So this is a hard nut. He wants to know everything by his own experience. So this can only happen if you are willing to enhance your perception. See, right now, your perception has enhanced itself to a point where you experience the body as myself. So why is it not me? That's the question now. Well, this body was all over the place, this is just the food that you've eaten. In a way, this body is just a piece of this planet. So now I'm saying, if you are capable of including 50 kgs of planet as yourself, what is the problem with the remaining tons? So somewhere you have stopped yourself because of a limited identity. So now the whole system of spiritual process is to take off that, so that if you sit here, as you experience your hands and limbs as yourself, you experience the whole existence as yourself. So this is the fundamental difference between spirituality and morality. Here, you know everything as myself, so you know how to be with it. Morality is, you see everything as the other, but you're somehow trying to be in harmony with it, and it's a struggle, it's never worked.
So what you're saying really is, when you see that when I look and I only see myself, you're saying you're seeing eternity. You're seeing all of existence when you look at yourself.
These are all big words, I call it myself, because it's simple.